My 28F boyfriend, 33M, of 2 years makes negative comments about how I look and it's really bothering me. How do I get him to stop? Throughout our relationship I've known that my boyfriend likes women that are curvy and that his ultimate crush is Kim Kardashian. I couldn't be further from how Kim looks. I'm petite and tomboyish, a size 2, small boobs and a small butt. I like how I look but my boyfriend seems to be bugged by it. He does call me but today I fucked up and his friends and family always poke fun at him for me being out of his league, although I don't think I am. He seems to be proud when he posts me on Instagram and people say I'm pretty, trying to indicate that I feel he isn't ashamed of me or anything, not wanting to be vain, but other times he'll make weird comments to me. He's a personal trainer and has made jokes about me needing to do squats. I'm happy with my body. I think I have a nice shaped butt even though it's small and like how I look, which I tell him when he says that stuff, but he'll say oh it's just I like curvy girls. One other thing he comments on is my clothes. Last time we were meant to go out and meet his friends I got dressed up and put on black jeans and strappy bra top. But it turned into a fight because he wanted me to wear a dress. I felt so shitty about it that I ended up staying home and he went out. I'm not a glam girl and he complains asking me why I don't wear that lip stuff that makes girls' lips look bigger, meaning lip liner. I do wear makeup, mainly mascara / concealer, and my hair always looks good, so it's not like I look bad. I just don't look how he wants me to. These things he says always throw me off because we have such a good relationship otherwise. He's helpful, puts me first, includes me in everything, is extremely affectionate, he's generous and attentive during sex, and like I said he says he's attracted to me and behaves like it to boot. I feel like it's a Dr. Jekyll / Mr. Hyde thing because it comes so out of left field. He's been burned badly in the past, so he doesn't like getting too ahead of himself, but he does so much to show me he's serious about our relationship and intends to settle down with me, so these dumb comments frustrate me. He's absolutely gorgeous and my perfect man in every way, besides this I guess, and I make sure to tell him how much I love and appreciate him, so I'd love that acceptance too. Yesterday he made a comment about my boobs. Watching Botched, he asks if I would get surgery. I say no due to risks. He says well, double D's would be fun in a kinda jokey way, but my BF uses humor as a mask sometimes, so I don't know, and it's really bugging me. I confided in a friend who said that I'm so used to guys fawning over me that him showing a preference for something else is hurting my ego, so I tried to let it go, but I broke down in tears last night as I just feel undesirable to him sometimes. I don't expect every guy to like me. I totally understand that I'm not everyone's type. But if a guy commits to me I would like him to find me attractive. What's the best way to handle this? So I just got off the phone to him. He called to ask me to come to his mom's even though I already told him no when he texted me this morning. I repeated what I said before and said I need time alone because I'm still upset about what he said about my boobs. He says oh come on, it was a joke, in an annoyed way. I said that even though he meant it as a joke it hurt my feelings. He said it was just a joke. Don't take it so seriously. I asked him to just apologize so we could move on. He said that there's nothing to apologize for and I'm making a big deal out of nothing. I stood my ground and said I feel there is something to apologize for. He said okay well call me when you've stopped being a baby, and hung up the phone. Then 2 minutes later texted me a photo of this dish his mom makes that I love and wrote got my mom to make this for you and now you're not coming and now I feel like shit. Too long didn't read. I'm not my boyfriend's ideal type and he makes negative comments about my looks. Our relationship is good aside from that. How do I get him to stop making these comments? Imagine finding someone who didn't want to change your every physical feature and loves you just the way you were born. That doesn't seem like so much to ask for. You deserve better than this. Your boyfriend knows his comments hurt you. He doesn't care. You can't make him stop. I wouldn't have wasted 2 years with this guy, but you seem like you're in for a pound here. Boyfriend, stop comparing my body to other women or asking me to change my body, or anything else. Also, stop telling me how to dress. This is how I was when you met me and this is how I am. If you continue, I will need to reconsider if you're a person who I want to spend any more time with. Any questions? If he doesn't stop, you either live with it or you jet, because who the F does he think he is asking you if you're going to get breast surgery? He's acting like you're some kind of prize he gets off on when other people compliment you on your looks, but then he negs on you and it's a blow to your confidence. Also, your friend is way off. It's one thing to have a preference for a body type your partner doesn't have, it's rude AF to keep reminding them about it. Your friend sounds jealous. Our relationship is good aside from that. He's criticized your butt, boobs, clothes, lips, suggested surgery, made you cry and feel undesirable. It's hard to believe he's this wonderful, attentive, perfect partner for the future. If you marry and if you had a daughter, what do you think he'd be telling her about her looks? What do you think he'll be telling you in 10 to 20 years? Dump him. Thought this man was a young teenager based on his comments, but instead he's a grown-ass man who feels it's okay to push a very fake image on his partner. Men that recommend plastic surgery to women who haven't asked for that are rude and disgusting. He's showing you that he thinks of your body as being potentially changeable for his viewing pleasure. My GF cheated. So I, 22M, need help on what to do in this kind of situation because it's my first time going through this. My girlfriend, 23F, and I have been dating for 2 years now. It was a great relationship, ups and downs like every other, but overall a great relationship. I recently found out that she was texting with her ex-boyfriend. They work in the same place. For about a month until I found out, she refused to tell me about what she and him talked about. She told me it was about work. She refused to show me the messages and to tell me the details. Later I found a way to see those text messages and found out that they basically eat together at work, that they've actually kissed. Other texts were like "I'm in love with you" and flirting with each other, but they never had sex. Not only she cheated, but she lied about what happened. She feels sorry and she says that it won't happen again. I don't know what to do. I can forgive her, but I don't know if I could stay in this relationship anymore. Too long didn't read. It's very hard for me to gain that trust back and she doesn't seem to help with that. 2 years does not seem like much, but it's so hard for me because I didn't expect that from her. You gave her the chance to come clean and she lied to your face. Plus she obviously still has feelings for her ex. It sucks, big time, but if you forgive her, what's the way to move past this? If she continues working at the same place, are you ever be completely comfortable with that? Knowing she sees him every day? Are you going to be able to trust her never to do this again? Would she quit her job and find a new one? What do you want and what has she said she'd be willing to do in order to regain your trust? You're 22. Put this down to an experience that had to end for self-preservation and take time to heal. Teaching yourself to have boundaries and move away from unacceptable treatment from a young age builds trust in your judgment, confidence in being alone when relationships end or need exited, and good ethics and standards in relationships. All much more valuable than dragging out a doomed relationship and ruining your self-esteem. If you hadn't have busted her, she'd still be doing it and it would have led to sex. She's only sorry she got caught. Move on. She's worth no more of your time or effort. Honestly, this is an important point. Most cheaters will likely continue unless something groundbreaking happens, and that doesn't even include getting caught. If she lacks honesty in this aspect, there could be other important things that she might be hiding from you. You don't have to. You'll be better off with someone who wouldn't do this. Literally best to cut ties with that person. I'm the end. Chances are you'll get hurt. Speaking the truth, since I have gone through this a few times myself. I, 21F, hate my 25M boyfriend's kids, but I love him so much. Basically what the title says. I understand I'm way young to be in this situation, but hear me out. My boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years. He didn't introduce me to his 2 boys until after we've dated for a year. I genuinely 100% love my boyfriend so much, and I can see a future with him, but his kids are horrendous. He has shared custody with his ex and he isn't on good terms with their mother, so they have different rules at the house. From what it seems, the mom lets them play video games all day every day. One is 5, and the other is 6. They know exactly how to play video games, but they don't know their ABCs or 123s. I know the oldest can count to 10, but that's it. They're very spoiled and it seems like they have zero respect for my boyfriend. I've been to one holiday with his family and they all berate my boyfriend in front of his kids and tell the kids that daddy is always wrong, which is where I think their behavior stems from too. They get into the fridge and like to create their own recipes. They've poured an entire bottle of ketchup into a bowl and then threw it on the carpet. They cracked eggs multiple times all over the carpet. They'll drink anything you leave out on the table or counters. They refuse to listen, and when they get put in timeout all they do is scream and kick the walls. They throw their trash everywhere and they love to stuff food in the cushions of the couch. My boyfriend has told them multiple times not to and has tried to discipline them, but they end up doing it again and threatening they'll live with their mom forever, which causes my boyfriend to become depressed. My boyfriend recently got a puppy and they constantly try to end up with the puppy alone to abuse it. They loved to throw things at it, and the oldest would always sneakily try kicking the puppy when no one was looking. I once caught them dragging the puppy under the bed and trying to strangle it. That night it happened, I was hysterically crying and called the kids a ton of names, which I understand wasn't okay, but I couldn't help it. I ended up taking the puppy to my house and told my boyfriend he shouldn't be allowed to have puppies around his awful children. They constantly tried to shoot the puppy with their Nerf guns too. My boyfriend would constantly put them in timeout when they did that and yell at them, but it literally doesn't faze his kids. The oldest loves to spit on people. He's spit multiple times on me and my boyfriend, and he loves to hit people as well. I'm at my wit's end. I don't know if I can stay in this relationship. We end up arguing constantly because of how his children act. I haven't even explained how they act in public. It's literally so embarrassing. I love my boyfriend so much and I can honestly see a future with him and just him. Am I being dramatic? I've never seen kids act as bad as they do. They seem so vindictive. I can't even imagine leaving my boyfriend, but do I have to? Too long didn't read. My boyfriend's kids are awful. They animal abuse, hit me, and spit on me. I don't want to leave my boyfriend. What do I do? / I love my boyfriend so much and I can honestly see a future with him and just him. Am I being dramatic? Yes, but that future is not available to you, literally. You can't date a man whose children you hate, and I agree they sound terrible, and who is not able to discipline his children correctly when they disrespect or abuse his partner. Your BF doesn't sound like such a great guy. Bring a puppy into the lives of disturbed kids is wrong. Allowing the puppy to be abused is wrong. Not discipling the kids because he can't figure out how to is wrong. Ignoring their education is wrong. He must think it's their mother's job, but not his. In spite of loving RBF, those kids are going to be around forever. You need to run unless you want to become an abusive step-parent. Called the kids a ton of names. It is not going to get any better. If you are angry now, wait till they are teenagers. They will definitely get on your nerves. Kids are not going to leave the picture and will be a constant rock in the relationship. Either you love them or you don't. Sorry. And they are at the best ages, where they are cute per se. My guess is they will not improve anytime soon. I love my boyfriend so much and I can honestly see a future with him and just him.